Y'all, it is Mental Health Monday, and I'll be nice and make this a little bit longer of a vlog since he doesn't have to go to work today, so I have a little bit more time. So yesterday I kind of did a short Mother's Day stream. I didn't even look to see how many views I got since then. Diddly diddly diddly. It was only like 40 minutes. Not that long. Only 3 views. That just shows you just chatting is not a good category on Twitch. It is a good category on Kick, however, but I'm not going back to Kick. I really don't want to. There's just no community there. And it's like when I play WoW, 14 views. Cooking was 11 views. That VOD I do need to save and upload, but the Mother's Day one I don't think I'll save. No, unfortunately, I found some mom jokes, and I did say a few things before them, but since nobody else really showed up, I just started reading them and kind of, picking my favorites. I did screenshot my favorites, and I'm like, maybe I can do videos of these later as well. That later never came, so I never got a chance to make videos of those. But I can always write them in a notebook and save them for next year. Because I just kind of wanted to pick my favorites out of the ones that I was reading. And there was more than I even read, because I got to 100 and it was just like, whoa, this keeps going. Like, how many of them are there? But there were some pretty good burns on those. Kind of like some dad jokes are. But there were some pretty funny ones in there. And I was like, oof, yeah. I was like, nah, it's too late to do it now, so I'll just save them for next year. If y'all want to watch that Twitch VOD, follow my Twitch and go watch it. Because I'm not saving that one. I will save the cooking one, yes, but I'm not saving WoW ones anymore because nobody really watches those here on YouTube, so there's really no point doing that. Cooking, yes, I will save those. So what I did end up doing yesterday, after my short 40-minute stream, was waiting till Dollar Tree opened up, and I forgot to bring it downstairs. I'll have to go up and get it. I got some Dollar Tree stuff. They have a soft soap hand soap that Walmart doesn't carry, and it's called Moonlight Bliss or something. I forget the name totally, but it's like Moonlight something, and it's like a fuchsia pink color. And I really like the smell of that one. So if you all like different hand soap smells, they do have name brands. Same price as Walmart, basically. But it's like, if you want a different scent, see if Dollar Tree has it and see if you like that one. But it's like, I kind of like that one, so I went and got another bottle, and then I ended up buying some more crafty stuff, which we will do a. I'm not gonna make this excessively long, just longer than a short, so that I can do a Dollar Tree haul video, because I haven't done one in a hot minute. I did get some crafty stuff while I was there, and we'll talk about that when I make that video. So I did that, did Walmart, basically grocery, got some flower seeds at Walmart, because I went there to look for, just double check to see if they had coleus. Now, if you didn't know, coleus is kind of a shade-loving annual plant. In a way, it kind of reminds you of a hosta, because they have different variations on their leaves. they do flower, but when they flower, they put more emphasis in their flower stem than they do in their leaves, and then their leaves look kind of crappy. So most people, when they have those and the flower thing starts popping up, they just cut those off so that the plant can put more effort into the leaves, because the leaves get relatively big, not as big as a hosta, because hostas are huge. And it doesn't take anything out of the hosta leaves when they actually bloom, because they are a lily technically, which is probably another reason why I love them, because I like lilies. They're my favorite flower. But I love hostas because they grow in shade well, and coleus does too. I mean, I think it can kind of do both. Coleus is more flexible, like it can do sun or shade. Hosta, a lot of people think that it can handle sun, but those people that put it in the sun, the leaves get burned and then they look like shit. And it's like, y'all need to read the freaking tag. They prefer shade. They do better in shade. People just don't read. But coleus are a little more flexible. They are an annual, unfortunately, so they don't come up every year. But a seed packet's $2, so that's not that bad. Plus with Walmart discount, obviously. So I got some of those for the pots, the big pots next to our steps. I do have other pots, and I'm like, I want to fill them with stuff. One bag of potting soil was not enough, so I'm going to have to get another one, probably today after work. Because I do want to put stuff in those. So it's like I put those in those. I got more zinnias for the front, and I got a different mix. I was going to get the cut and come again mix, and I'm like, I saw these ones that weren't doubled. They were like a color, and then they had like a white edge around them, or a yellow edge around them. Some of them may have been white. I don't know. They were like a mix, though. So it was like some were red with the yellow around it. Some were pink. And I was like, I'm going to try these. And then I saw this other one that I've never seen before. The name of it is called Envy, and it's like a very, very light green. It's literally like Grogu green, like the color on here. Maybe even lighter. It is closer to white. So it's a very, very pale green for a zinnia, which is a really odd color for a flower, because it's like, when you think of green, you think of the stem and the leaves, but never the flower itself. And I'm like, I want to try those, because those are really unique. So I put both of those in the front where I had zinnias last year, which there was plenty of dirt still in that, so I didn't have to use, because I had used all the potting soil up when I did the other stuff. So I put those in, watered them, and the good thing is the rain held off until like 5 o'clock yesterday, so I still watered them after doing it, but it's like, at least it got my jump start of water and then an actual real rain, which is a lot more beneficial for plants and flowers. I also got morning glory seeds, because I kind of want to do a thing, because I have 2 smaller pots. I want to eventually paint, like, it's too late now, but like I eventually want to clean them up and repaint them, because they're nice sturdy pots. They just look ugly, but they're kind of being covered by my painted ferns, and they're leaning up against the bottom rail of, or bottom post of the steps on the back porch. So I was like, well, they're being kind of hidden by stuff, so I don't care right now. And I put morning glories in those so that those can go up the back steps. And then I put a pot next to the back steps, because there's a spot right next to that you can't plant anything, because I think that's the support for the steps. So I was like, it looks bad having a bare spot there. So I was like, put a pot there. and I went to Lowe's and got clearance. I got the light bulbs for the light back there. So the lights have those big U bulbs, the ones that are above my head. Um, the one at the bottom of the steps is pretty much burnt out. Those things are like $17 a piece. But I mean, I knew they weren't going to be cheap because there's literally only one size of U bulb, and I'm like, oh, well, at least they have it. I hate ordering stuff like that online because I'm always afraid it's going to break in the mail. So, got those, went out to the lawn and garden. Their lawn and garden was freaking packed, man. It was so busy. But I was like, well, I'm going to go over to the clearance because they have a whole section of like clearance racks and stuff. And I'm going to just admit one thing about Lowe's that I don't like is their prices are a little bit on the deceiving side. So I wanted pansies. They had 3, I think it was like 12 per flat of yellow pansies only. It was supposed to be mixed, but they all turned out yellow. I was like, I don't want them all one color. And then I saw the long window boxes full of mixed ones. And I could tell that they put too many plants in one of those long rectangular pots. So when you put too many plants in those, they just start overgrowing each other and then the plants will die off. They weren't at that point yet, but it's like you could tell they put too many. It was getting too crowded. They were not given enough room to spread out, and I hate when companies do that. And I looked at the price on the thing and it said $24.99, and I'm like, okay, well, half price would be what, 12 something? And there was 2 of them, and I'm like, well, this works because I can put one on each at the top of my steps going up to the house, or like right before the door. And I can take the pansies out and put them in my front and give them a little bit more room to spread out. I'm like, I kind of want something else in there with it. And they have those gerbera daisies or whatever they're, gerbera daisies. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I always love those daisies, and I'm like, I'm always scared that they're not going to make it because they're a little finicky, but I was like, fuck it. They're half price too. Like, I think all the clearance was half price. So I got 4 of those. When I get up to the register, it turned out that the rectangular long pots of pansies and this other little creeping plant that was squished in the middle of them was originally $50, not $25. And I'm like, well, why does the tag say $25? So I literally had to pay $25 a piece. So yeah, that came out to a pretty expensive plant trip. However, I'm not the type of Karen that'll be like, look, this is $25. I should be getting it half that price. Why is it coming up $50? That makes no sense when it didn't even say $50 on the thing. And I'm like, they didn't put a new tag. They got them as they came in. So I was like, I don't know why their system said 50, but whew, anybody spending 50 on that, ouch. I mean, there was a lot of really nice trees that I would love to have, but those were in the hundreds to $200 range, and I'm like, But I was like, you know what, 25 is not bad for one of those. And the pots at least are nice and sturdy. I can just keep using them. So I was not gonna bitch. I was not gonna be a Karen on that one. Like, I could have, and I know there's people that would have. But I was like, no, they're nice pots. I'll just keep using them right where they are now. Pulled all the pansies out. Put them across the front on each side. Put one in that back pot next to the steps. And then the little trailing things that were in them, I left one at each end. put morning glories in the middle so they can come up over the sides of the porch. It's more of a stoop. It's not really a porch on the front. And then I put some of the creeping things in other pots. Like my big pots that I put coleus in next to the steps. I put like a couple of those in there too. On the side so they can hang up out over the side a little bit. So yeah, like spent a little more than I wanted, but at the same time it was just like I'll rescue the clearance stuff because it's overgrown and it needs some TLC and patience. That's all it needs. So hopefully when that stuff blooms, like, because none of the daisies had flower heads on them, they all had died off and they cut them off, and fingers crossed they survive. But yeah, there will be video pictures or picture videos of flowers. I think I still have to do another one because I took pictures the other day and never made a video out of it because I just didn't have time. So they will be coming for those of you who like those. And then after planting all that, I said, all right, taking a little break here, get a little something to eat, drink. I decided, you know what? I know it's Mother's Day and I shouldn't be doing work, but fuck it, I'm just gonna mow because it really does need it and the yard looks like shit. So I ended up mowing and then finishing that up. Took a shower. After I got out of the shower and relaxed, I checked my Amazon to see if any of my, like, because you know how they change delivery times on Amazon when you order stuff. Turned out, this was delivered on my front porch while I was in the shower, and I was like, hell fucking yes. I love this shirt so much. I love the alligator Loki. He's so fucking cool. Now I just gotta wait for my horns, and I can do some fun shit with it. But I'm like so happy I got my shirt. So, Loki fans, tell me what you think. He didn't get enough screen time. I know he's just a digital character, but he's still cool as shit. I've grown to really love alligators. I guess maybe because I love dragons and dinosaurs. It kind of helps. They're scaly and cool. And I have that giant plush alligator up next to Miss Minutes Pop, and then I can put that, when I'm not using the Loki horns, I'll just stick them up on him and bam, done. I have my big alligator Loki custom made. I kind of want to make myself a Loki cosplay, my own Loki cosplay, female Loki cosplay, since I'm getting the horns. But I want to be a tie-dye Loki because I love tie-dye. So it's going to have to be all green. I'm going to have to just use all green. So I'm going to have to order some more green. Especially neon. I need the neon because I love neon green so much. What are my favorite colors? So yeah. That was pretty much my day. Then I just kind of chilled in WoW for a little bit. Did like one quest and went upstairs, made dinner, and then went to bed. Because I really was tired after all that. It was a busy day, but it was not a bad day. And I did not go thrifting because Goodwill didn't open until 12:30, and I'm just like, I hate when they open that late. If it was 10, I would have done it, but I was like, fuck it. We'll save that for another day. But at least we got a Dollar Tree haul to do. See y'all in the next one.